Building your talk, invention and development in the expertise talk. In this video, I'm going to tell you a few things to help you get started with the assignment. Coming up with a good idea for a talk, creating some basic materials for it, and a few tricks for pulling it all together. First of all, it all begins with an idea. The process of invention, or just coming up with an idea, is among the greatest pleasures of writing anything. So enjoy it and don't worry too much. I'm sure you're an expert on something, so why not talk about what you already know? Or, if you're in the mood, why not find out something interesting that you don't know about yet? It really is up to you, and it should be fun. On the other hand, I know it's pretty scary too. Almost as soon as anyone starts thinking about something to write, the doubts come rushing in. Is this idea too difficult? Too boring, too long, too short? What if I choose the wrong topic? Well, stop worrying and start thinking. It's the only way to solve the problem, and you can always adjust the topic as you go. Give your choice a little thought now, and once you've decided, stick with it. The only thing you can really do wrong at this stage is go back to it over and over again. Once you start working and the going gets a little tough, it's tempting to throw the whole thing out and try something else that might be easier. But nothing is really easier. It just seems that way when you've hit a tough spot. Now, as soon as you turn over all these ideas for topics in your mind, you might find it helpful to keep two kinds of thinking separate. First, sometimes you've got to make a decision among a number of equally attractive alternatives. It's just an arbitrary choice to go with one idea rather than the other. At other times, you've got to do some work figuring things out, looking into background research, writing lists of pros and cons, or whatever other kind of analysis you do. But here's the trick. Don't confuse one kind of task with the other. That's where, in my experience, writers lose the most time. If you need to think about it some more, by all means think, but get it done and realize that when you've done all the thinking you need to do, what you need to do is decide rather than agonize. Most of the time, all you need to do is take that leap of faith and pick what feels right. You also need to make a commitment. You've got to decide to stick with this topic no matter what. In professional life, you rarely get the luxury of doing whatever you want. So get used to the idea that once you've chosen the topic, it's your job to go through with it. That way you'll spend less time agonizing over it and more time getting it done. But how do you choose wisely in the first place? Well, here are a few hints. First of all, consider your constraints. Try giving a little thought to what you want to accomplish and whether that's a reasonable thing to do in the time you've got available. If not, adjust it a little, but make sure it's something worth doing in your talk. Why should anyone care about your topic? Well, why do you care? Think that part through. Your goals for the talk and what your listeners expect from you is essential to making it work. It's a relationship between you and your listeners, built on trust. You trust them to listen, and they trust you to have something worth listening to. In addition, your interaction with whoever hears your talk, live or on video, should be a mutual exchange. Be prepared to listen, react, and respond to a live audience, or listen, react, and respond online to your greater internet public. Even as you hold forth on your topic as the expert, others will want to join the conversation. Think about that in advance. Think also about who you are and who you need to be to become an expert on this topic. Every topic in every presentation is both about the subject and about you. The fact that you present yourself as an expert of some kind is very important. If that sounds a little intimidating, well, please don't worry. You'll become exactly who you need to be as you build your talk. And one of the most effective ways to get a point across is to show others how you got there. Let's get a little further. When you work on your talk, you'll need to front-load your thinking. That's my expression for doing everything you can before you sit down to write the actual draft. Almost anything can help you beat that staring at a blank screen anxiety. So get moving and start making some notes. And I would recommend doing it with a pen. Start your hand moving with note-taking, doodling, or whatever. But see if you can get away from the computer screen. As much as we're accustomed to the digital age, generally I find it better to relieve myself of the distractions of online work and just work with a pen. Then match time and place to task. Think about your work and writing environment. Set aside specific amounts of time to take care of small, specific tasks. Thinking, I'm going to read an article and take notes about it in 20 minutes while I have coffee is far more effective than thinking, I'll just work for a while. But that is all up to you. Your practices, of course, may vary. Finally, believe in the power of outlines. Any kind of structure you can give to your thinking in advance is helpful. I'll be talking more about structure and outlining in just a bit, but think about what your practices are already and how you can make them even better. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.